going to take a short break here, and then we'll be back with the Butler High School halftime activities after these words from our sponsors. And we're back here at Milton Frank Stadium. Joining us now is Mike Chappell, Butler High School teacher, who just happens to be the son-in-law of our new mayor, Loretta Spencer. Mike is going to talk us through the Butler High homecoming activities. Welcome, Mike.
Thanks a lot. Glad to be here. We have now the homecoming court coming onto the field, and our Sabre team is getting ready for them to come through their processional. The first maid from the freshman class is Miss Latasha Ben. She's the daughter of Ms. Corinne Ben and Mr. Clint Shields, and tonight she's escorted by her father. Also representing the freshman class is Miss Desiree Coleman. She's the daughter of Ms. Elaine Coleman and Mr. Richard Turner. She is also escorted tonight by her father. And representing the sophomore class tonight is Miss Sonia Bennett. She's the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jack Bennett, and tonight she's escorted by her father. Also representing the sophomore class tonight is Amanda Cherry, the daughter of Miss Terry Cherry and Mr. James Taylor. Tonight she's also escorted by her father. And from the junior class, Jasmine Smith Love is the granddaughter of Mr. and Mrs. Joe Ward. Tonight she's escorted by her grandfather. And also representing the junior class is Miss Nicole Towery. She's the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Weldon Towery, and she's also escorted tonight by her father. Representing the senior class, Miss Tiffany Blackman, the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. William McDowell, escorted by her father. And one of our senior knights is Mr. London Blackburn, son of Miss Deborah Blackburn, escorted by his mother. Miss Kristen Blaylock is the daughter of Mrs. Carol Blaylock, escorted by Mr. John Robert Chapman. And Mr. Eric Branch is another one of our knights, son of Mr. and Mrs. John Branch, escorted tonight by his mother. Our third maid from the senior class is Miss Latessa Green, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Norman Harris, escorted tonight by Mr. Gerald Hamlet. And Mr. Damian Rosa, son of Mr. and Mrs. Walter Rosa, escorted by his mother. Miss Maxie Kirk, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Max Kirk, escorted by her father. And Mr. Clayton Taylor, son of Mr. and Mrs. Bruce Taylor, escorted tonight by his mother. And at this time, we have entering the field our crown bearers for tonight, Miss Sierra Jones and Master Spencer Chappell, and their court, Mr. Charles Page, Mr. Robert Stevens, Miss Jocelyn Coleman, and Miss Carissa Davis. And Mr. Tom Drake is the principal of Butler High School, and tonight he's escorting last year's queen, Miss Akila Hines. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the announcement of our homecoming king, is Mr. London Blackburn. And our homecoming queen tonight is Miss Kristen Blaylock. And there you have Butler's homecoming court, handsome king and a beautiful queen. At this time, the alma mater of Butler will be sung by graduate Jay Poff. The music for this arrangement was composed by our own choral teacher, Mr. Wallace Lee.
And now we'll go down on the field with Mary Dean, Sales and Marketing Director for Comcast, and she has a check presentation for us.
And welcome to Milton Frank Stadium. I'm Mary Dean with Comcast Cablevision, and we're here live for the game of the week. My special guest is Reb Engel, who is the principal at Huntsville High. Welcome.
Welcome to you, too.
Any predictions for tonight's game?
Huntsville's going to take it.
Sounds like the proper response that I would expect you to make. There's been a lot of hype this week. This particular game, Huntsville High versus Butler, has been called the game of the century. Are your students, and particularly your players, are they aware of all the hype?
Yes, ma'am. We've had several visitors within our building this week, and they've helped build that a little bit. A good pep rally this afternoon. We're ready to go.
Well, it's an exciting night for the students, the players, and all of us. And on behalf of Comcast Cablevision, I would like to present this $500 check to you and thank you for letting us come into your homes and also for letting our viewers view this special game.
Good. Thank you, and especially to Comcast for having the courage to go out and cover high school football. I think it takes something like that to generate a feeling for Friday night football again, and to have a city this size and a company willing to do that, and a company willing to support us financially as well. We really appreciate that.
We couldn't have said it better ourselves, and we're glad you're here, and it's back to the game.